Hello, good morning. It's me, Kira, and this is Yoga with Kira. I am just getting started for the morning. Hello, welcome. So we are going to do a lovely yoga flow today. We're going to be focusing on strengthening the core. So some front body work and some back body work. So get ready for that. And then we're going to be relaxing into some restorative poses later in the practice. So definitely make sure that you have a folded blanket and a cushion or two, because that's going to help support us in one of our stretches later on. Hi, Mikey. Welcome. So go ahead and grab your blankets and pillows now. I have my blocks as always. Won't need anything else, just a can-do attitude. We are focusing our practice today on the core and the solar plexus chakra. I love working with all of the chakras, but I just love this one in particular because it's all about self-confidence and the belief that you are worthy and able to accomplish things in your life. So it's kind of special to me. I hope that it helps you feel like you can build up some power in your life. And our mantra for this morning is, in every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. So we're going to be working on building up that self-confidence and belief in yourself, but if all else fails, just remember that you can always believe in the universe. So there we have it. And then we are going to be starting with a meditation this morning. So I'm going to teach you thanks Jess, I'm going to teach you the little movements and the sounds. So although I teach vinyasa flow, I am super into Kundalini yoga. It is my yoga practice of choice and has been for the last few years. So there's elements that I like to incorporate from Kundalini. It's not a traditional Kundalini practice. I don't know if that makes me a bad yogi or not, but there are some really powerful meditations in Kundalini, and the belief in Kundalini yoga is the repetition of sounds can help strengthen the mind and the body. So if you are prone to racing thoughts or anxiety, coming back to a mantra that you can repeat can be really helpful, which is why I have mala beads. We can talk more about that if you have questions. But you don't need mala beads for this meditation. We are going to be using our fingers. Hi, welcome. So I use Gyan Mudra quite a bit. This is kind of the classic yoga mudra. So what we're going to be doing today is moving through Gyan Mudra and using our other fingers. And we're going to be repeating sounds as we move through with our fingers. So the sounds are sa, ta, na, ma. And that comes from the word Satnam, which essentially means the true self. It's your true being. So sa is the pointer finger and thumb. Ta is middle finger and thumb. Na is ring finger and thumb. And ma is pinky finger and thumb. So we move through those movements. Sa, ta, na, ma. And we're going to close the eyes down and just focus on this meditation. You can focus at the third eye point. I find it really helpful to really focus on the pads of my fingers pressing together. So that's where I like to take my attention. This meditation is called the Kirtan Kriya. It's typically 12 minutes long, but we're not going to do it for 12 minutes. And the way it's meant to be done is to be sung and then whispered and then silently repeated inside of your mind. So I will guide you through that. I don't love singing, so this is a little bit of an uncomfortable meditation for me to teach, but I hope that you enjoy it and I hope that you learn something new. So to begin our meditation, just come to whatever position is most comfortable for you. Spine nice and tall. I'm sitting on my yoga blanket. And we'll go ahead and just take our hands in Gyan Mudra to start, gently closing the eyes down and taking a few grounding breaths. So in through the nose and out through the nose. If you feel comfortable to sing along with me, I encourage you to do so. If it feels better for you to do more of a chant, then you can chant. But I'll just remind you, we start by singing and then whispering and then silently repeating. And we continue to move our fingers through all 4 syllables. Sa, ta, na, ma. Deep inhale and exhale. And inhale to begin. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, Sa, Now silently to yourself, continuing to move the fingers through the meditation. Sa, ta, na, ma. Silently to yourself, focusing on the fingertips touching, sitting tall through the spine, engaging Mula Bandha or root lock. Finishing out where you are, coming back to Gyan Mudra. Pointer finger and thumb together, taking a deep inhale. Long exhale. Bringing the hands to heart center, thumbs at the sternum in prayer. Coming back to our mantra for today. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Gently release the hands down. You can open the eyes. I hope you enjoyed that meditation. I know it's weird to sing and chant, but if you ever feel anxious or overwhelmed, these are tools in our toolbox to use when you're having a hard time focusing or feeling calm. So come back to that. Obviously, you don't have to sing it on the train, but repeating those sounds to yourself inside of your head. There are lots of studies that have shown that the use of mantras helps to strengthen the synapses in the brain and can help prevent brain diseases like Alzheimer's. So they really do work. So brave, I love it. Oh my God. Thanks. I've never led a singing meditation before, so whew. All right. So let's come into our yoga practice for today. Make sure you have your blanket and your pillows. We're gonna come right into cat-cow, warming up the spine and the core. Hips stacked over knees, shoulders stacked over wrists. Inhaling, dropping into cow. Exhaling for cat, rounding the spine, drawing the navel in. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Going at your own pace here, just starting to warm up. You can start to speed this movement up if you'd like, if it feels comfortable. You can have a blanket under your knees or your wrists if your joints are feeling a little sensitive today. Inhale, coming to a neutral spine, and then sending that right foot back, and then gently lifting it, and then we're gonna inhale, reach the left hand forward. This is our inhaling position, and then we exhale to bring them together. Nice, powerful inhales and exhales. The core isn't just the front side of the body. It's also the muscles of the low back around the spine and the obliques. So we want to do exercises that also warm up the back side of our body. Inhale to reach and hold. Exhale to gently release. Back to our starting position. I'm already very warm. I'm just going to take this moment to take off my sweater. So we're going to lift the left heel and the right hand. Coming into this exercise on the other side, you can go ahead and start if you're ahead of me. Closing the eyes down, taking the gaze internally, focusing on the intentional movements of the body. Speed it up. We really want to create some heat here. Inhaling to hold. Exhaling to release back down. Tucking the toes, sending the hips up and back into our first downward facing dog. Gently pedaling out the knees, one at a time. Shoulders are down and away from the ears, and what we're attempting to do is spin the insides of the elbows so that they're facing up towards the top of the mat. This is engaging us into external rotation of the shoulders. We don't want to be internally rotating and collapsing through the chest. Inhaling, looking up towards the fingertips. Walk, walk, walk. Lots of little steps up to the top of the mat. Let's inhale to rise, lifting the fingertips for the ceiling. Exhaling to dive for the floor. Walking the feet back, back, back. Downward facing dog. And then hands press up to meet in forward fold at the back of the mat. Inhale to rise. Exhale to dive. Walking forward. This is one of my favorite warm-ups. It's simple and effective. Walking the feet up. And it engages every muscle in the body. Inhale to rise. Exhale to dive. Stepping back, back, back. Hands to the feet. Let's continue to do this here for a few more at your own pace. Warming up. Now let's walk the hands out as far as you can, nice and long. Whew, really long plank. And then hands back, up, up, up towards the feet. Add a little squat. Inhale to rise. Exhaling to dive. Hands walk out, out, out as far as you can. And in, 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 in. Squat and rise. Dive. Out, out, out. I kind of feel like a cat when I do this. Like a cat that's being adventurous and is trying to go between fences or something. And then I get stuck. Back up. Squat. Rise. Dive. In, in, in. I think that's 5. We're gonna do 8. 3 more. Stay with me. 6. I am sore from my workout yesterday. If I can do it, you can do it. 7. Last one. Diving for the floor. Coming out into our long extended plank. Let's hold, hold, hold for 10 seconds. Engage that core. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. 4, 3, 2. Bring it in. You got it. Woo! Little squat. Rise. Good job, everyone. That was a really good warm-up. Grab a sip of water. How was that? Hard? Easy? Just right? All right. Let's come up to the top of the mat if you're not there already. Hands are going to come together in prayer. Feet can either be together or about shoulder width. Yogi's choice. Let's inhale, reaching the fingertips high for the sky. Little back bend if that's comfortable for you. Exhale to dive. Stepping that right foot back into lunge, dropping the knee down, lifting the chest and the gaze. Planting the hand, left foot steps back to meet the right, and we come down into Ashtanga Namaskar. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale to slide into baby cobra. Let's take an extra inhale here, lifting the palms, engaging the muscles between the shoulder blades, really pressing the tops of the feet down into the floor. For 3, 2, 1. Gently release and just put the right cheek down onto the mat, extending the arms. Couple breaths. Hands come back to cobra, either side of chest. Inhale to press up, and then inhale to lift. Hold, hold, hold. Try not to scrunch the shoulders up towards the ears here. Using every muscle in the back. For 3, 2, 1. Gently release the left cheek down onto the mat. Releasing the hands. And then palms come back, either side of the chest. And then we press back towards the heels, tucking the toes, and back into our downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping that right foot up to the top of the mat, dropping the left knee down, lifting the gaze, opening through the chest. And then the left foot steps up to meet the right. Hands come in prayer. We inhale to rise. Exhale to dive. Planting the hands, left foot steps back, coming down into our lunge, lifting. Planting the hands, stepping back. Ashtanga Namaskar. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale into baby cobra. And then let's inhale. Arms come out in front of us. Lift and lift the toes. Lift, lift, lift. Hold, hold, hold. You can do it. Shoulders down and away from the ears. Using every muscle in the core to lift us up for 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Palms return. Booty sits back. And we lift into downward facing dog. Left foot steps up to meet the right, left foot steps up to the top of the mat. Right knee drops, coming into our lunge. And then we step the right foot up to meet the left. Hands come in prayer. Inhale to rise, little back bend. Exhale to release the hands down into mountain pose. I'm gonna take another drink here. I'm really warm. You can take a drink if you'd like one as well. Okie doke. So now we're in mountain pose, like so. Again, feet can be about shoulder distance if that's more comfortable. Inhale, reaching the fingertips for the sky. Exhale to dive. Inhale for halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold. Stepping the right foot back into a nice high lunge. And then the left foot back, downward facing dog. We're gonna take a vinyasa here, shifting the weight forward over the wrists, coming onto the knees if you need that modification, and then shift the weight forward once more, lowering into chaturanga, chest does not touch, and then inhaling, you can come into cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale to press back into downward facing dog. Big inhale, lift that right heel towards the sky. Step it up to the top of the mat. High lunge now on the other side. Left foot steps up to meet the right into forward fold. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, lifting the fingertips for the sky. Exhale to return to mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, fingertips reach. Exhale to dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time you can step or hop back into high plank, shifting the weight forward, and then lowering down for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale for Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale for Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, looking up towards the fingertips, walking or hopping up to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, fingertips reach for the ceiling. Exhale, returning to mountain pose. Inhale, fingertips reach for the sky. Exhale, sitting back into chair. Noticing that you're not arching the spine here. Tailbone is reaching down for the floor. Holding. Big inhale. Exhale to dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Stepping or hopping back into high plank. Coming onto the knees if you need to. Shifting the weight forward. Down into Chaturanga. Inhale for Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale for Downward Facing Dog. Let's inhale, lift that left heel high for the sky into three-legged down dog. Hold, hold, hold. Hips should both be facing the floor. You're not opening nice and wide. We don't want to do that with our hip. Exhale, step that left foot up to the top of the mat. Right foot spins to that 45-degree angle. Warrior One. Nice big bend in the front knee. Big inhale. Exhale to plant the hands. Left foot steps back to meet the right into high plank. And then let's take another vinyasa. Or if you're feeling tired, you can hold downward facing dog. That's always okay. And coming into a child's pose if it's really not working for you today. Just take a break. Inhale. Lift that right heel up for the ceiling. Exhale, stepping the right foot up to the top of the mat. Left foot 45 degrees. Inhale, lifting the arms into Warrior One on the other side. Big inhale. Exhale to plant the hands. Right foot steps back to meet the left. Taking another vinyasa. I'm going to do this one on my knees because I'm tired and sore. Coming into Cobra. And then pressing back into Downward Facing Dog. Inhale, looking up towards the fingertips, walking or hopping up to the top of the mat. And just a quick note, if you choose to hop, but your hop is like this, and you're making a really loud noise, probably a sign that your abs just aren't quite strong enough yet. What you want to be able to do is really float and hardly make a sound, okay? Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, coming into chair. Let's take a little twist here. I'll face you now. So twisting chair, big inhale. Exhale to bring palms to heart center in prayer. And then we're gonna take the left elbow across to the right knee, pressing into the palms here. And using that pressing motion to do a nice twist through the spine. Keep it nice and gentle. We haven't done much twisting yet today. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, across to the other side. in my spine. Make sure you're still driving through. Weight is in the heels. All 10 toes are spread. Inhale, back to center. And then exhale, forward fold. Grabbing either elbow. Let's just hang heavy for a minute here. Letting the neck relax. You can gently twist, sway from one side to the other. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Inhale, rise, fingertips for the sky. Exhale to release, Tadasana. Good. I'm gonna grab another drink. I'm sweating like crazy today. Is this a good workout for you guys? I'm really feeling it. Okay. So we're really gonna start to get into some of our ab work now. So let's come to the top of the mat. Inhale, fingertips for the sky. Exhale, diving for the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, stepping or hopping back into high plank. Shifting the weight forward, slowly lowering chaturanga. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale for downward facing dog. Let's start with the left side. Feeling like changing it up today. So let's inhale, lift that left heel high for the sky. And then we're gonna exhale and bring the left knee to the left elbow. And then we're gonna drop it down to the wrist. Up, down, up, down. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, stick with it, 6, 7, 8, lift, hold, 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 for 3, 2, 1, press it back, three-legged down dog. Holding three-legged down dog, big inhale. And then we're gonna exhale, take that left foot, thread the needle through the right foot, place it off the right-hand side of your mat. Doing a little bit of twisting oblique work here. Then we inhale, send it back. Exhale, bringing it through and across. Inhale, back. Exhale, through. Inhale, back. That's 4. 2 more. 5. And then on our 6th one, we're gonna bring it through. Toes of the right foot now face the right side. And we inhale to open. So we spin that foot. Holding here. Tailbone is in, using those obliques. Big inhale. Exhale, plant that right hand down, stepping the left foot back into our downward facing dog. Whoo-wee! I wish I didn't have to talk for this. Let's do it on the other side. Inhale, right heel for the ceiling. Exhale, bringing right knee to right elbow. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, hold, hold. 3, 2, 1. Send it back. You did it. You got there. Good job. Big inhale. Exhale. Thread the needle. Right foot through and back and through and back through. Halfway there. 3, 2, last 1. Threading the needle, opening up, other side. Hold, hold, hold. Really squeezing those obliques, using those abs for 3, 2, 1. Left hand plants down, back to downward facing dog. Big inhale, drop the knees down, sitting the booty back. Let's take a quick break in child's pose. Oh my God, I need it. I'm not even gonna try and act like this isn't exhausting for me. This is a good workout, go me. Whew, big breaths. Okay, let's inhale, gently lift the head, and then let's just kind of snake and slide through onto the belly. All right, we'll all start with level 1. We prepped for this earlier. You're gonna inhale, lift the chest, clasp the hands behind the low back, lift. My toes are still flat on the ground right now. Lift, lift, lifting out of the chest, opening through the heart space. And then engaging those glutes, lifting the heels. Hold, hold, hold. And then gentle flutter kick, flutter kick. Really think about using the glutes for this. This movement isn't driven by the feet. It's driven out of the glutes and hips. And then hold, static hold for 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Right cheek comes onto the mat. Releasing the hands. Good work. If you want to increase your strength for back bends, these are some great exercises to do. It's not enough to just have a bendy spine. Gotta have strong muscles to support it. Okay, coming into bow pose now. If bow pose is too much for you, you can take locust again, just like this. And you don't have to lift the heels if you're really tired. Bow pose. Reaching the fingertips back, heels come in, and then I lift and reach. Really engaging the booty here to protect the low back. My feet are flexed. Lift, lift, lift. Hold, hold, hold. You got this. It's okay to rock if you're taking deep breaths. For 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Releasing the legs down. Good work. All right. Inhaling, planting the palms, lifting into our high plank. We're gonna do just a little bit more oblique work here and ab work, and then we're gonna start to settle into our stretches. Well-deserved stretches today. So we're gonna take high plank. We're gonna do crisscrossing mountain climbers, sometimes called Brazilians. So right knee to left elbow. People often really like to run through these and do them like really, really fast. That's fine if you want cardio. I prefer to do them more slowly, more mindful. Really squeezing the obliques at the top of the movement. One more each side, you got this. And back into downward facing dog. Pressing into all 10 fingertips. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a lovely little side stretch here. So you're gonna inhale, lift the left heel nice and high. And then we're gonna thread it through like we did. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm confusing myself. So left foot doesn't thread, it comes up to the left side of the mat, and then you turn your foot out to a 90-degree angle. And then what we do is we slowly lower the right hand side of the body towards the mat. Left hand reaches out. I like to take Guillaume Mudra here again. Okay, so I'm kind of twisted like a pretzel, and you should really start to feel a stretch through the hip and the side of the abdomen here. Big inhale. left hand comes up to the top of the mat, pressing back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting that right heel for the ceiling. Exhale, planting it on the right edge of the mat. Toes point out. We come onto the side of the left foot and then lower the left hip down onto the mat, stretching out that other side. Few deep breaths here. Starting to slow the breathing down. Inhale, reaching that right hand up, planting it up to the top of the mat, coming onto the left knee, and then just send that right foot back. Big inhale, and then let's lower the hips down. Nice front body stretch here in Cobra pose. If it's too much, you can come into Sphinx pose, or even Baby Cobra for a nice, gentle little stretch. Whatever feels best for you. I have a couple herniated discs in my low back, so I honestly spent years right here. And only now, over the past years, my back's starting to feel flexible and strong enough to hold this without pain. Big exhale, send the hips back into child's pose. Always gotta do a counter stretch. Let's inhale, slowly rise up, one vertebrae at a time. Oh man, good practice. I'm literally dripping sweat. Okay, so our restorative pose today is reclined half hero pose. So oftentimes kneeling is uncomfortable for people and their knees. Again, like it's taken me years to be able to sit my booty down between my feet and actually have this be comfortable. So I like to always do half hero because full hero just seems unnecessary. It just seems like a lot of strain on the knees. So I had mentioned our pillows and our blankets. So you're gonna grab big couch cushion, couple of pillows, whatever you need, place them up at the top of your mat. And then that blanket, nice folded up blanket here for some extra cush for your tush, comes right here. So for half hero pose, I'm gonna start with my left knee bent so that it's the closest one to the camera and you can see better. If you need to start with your right knee, yogi's choice, that's fine. So if you're not very flexible on your back and you wanna sit on your blanket and take an extra pillow, you can take this pose here sitting on your blanket. I am not super flexible, but I'm fairly flexible. So I'm gonna take my booty off. I'm gonna have my booty on the floor. And I'm using the blanket to support my sacrum and the lowest part of my spine. So I'm just gonna bump that up. Okay. Right foot, this is gonna be easier, or whichever foot is extended, to just gently bend it and use it like a kickstand. Okay? If you're having pain in the knee and this already feels like too much for you, I'll show a modified version for you to stretch your quads. But if this feels all right and you want to go ahead and start laying back, we're just going to lay over our blankets and our pillows, and then you're just going to kind of wiggle and experiment with where you start to get a really good stretch through the quad and the hip flexor. It's easier if you keep your foot in this kickstand, okay? It's gonna be a bit more intense if you lay it out flat. So just do what's most comfortable for you. Okay, and then laying here, you can take the hands up, you can have them out to the side, yogi's choice. We're just gonna gently lie in that restorative pose. If you have a knee injury or this feels really too intense for you, you can still stretch your quads. So what you're gonna do is lie on your side and And then just grab your heel and take a lying side stretch for the quad. Okay, just nice and gentle. This stretch can be fairly intense, so we won't spend super long here. Let's just take 3 or 4 more breaths together. If you're really flexible and you're feeling like you're settling into this well, you can always remove a pillow. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Okay, we're gonna gently plant the elbows. Slowly, slowly rise up onto the elbows and the forearms, and then gently press your way up, really slow. Our knees are a little bit exposed here. We don't want to do them any damage. Gently bring that leg in, assisting with your hands, and then extending it out. Let's give it a little shake. And then let's do it on the other side. So I have my kickstand leg, and then I'm going to bend this foot back. Whoop. I'm sore from yesterday. I'm cramping a little bit. Okay, so opposite leg goes back, and then gently, gently lying back into this pose. Add more pillows, add more blankets if it feels too intense. You don't need to be lying flat on the floor. You can just have a nice, gentle stretch through the quad and the hip flexor. Let's take 4 long, deep breaths here together. In and out. Relaxing the muscles of the neck, relaxing the jaw. One more long, slow inhale. Big exhale. Good. Gently, gently pressing up onto the elbows. Slowly, slowly unraveling yourself out of this stretch. Again, using the hands to gently guide the leg out of it. If you were on your side, just gently rolling out. All right. And then we're going to come into our final Shavasana, so you can lay out flat. You can keep using your blankets and your pillows. I, as always, like to take Shavasana and reclined Supta Baddha Konasana. I actually woke up in the middle of the night, and this is the position I was sleeping in last night, so I must be a real yogi. I don't know if that's the best thing for my body, but it's what wound up happening. So, lying back here, getting nice and comfortable, and we're just gonna settle down, focusing back on the breathing. You can place your hands, one on the belly, one on the heart, or you can take them back to Gyan Mudra and back to our Sa, Ta, Na, Ma, quietly chanting to yourself inside of the mind. It helps if your mind wanders in meditation to have a little phrase or chant to just gently guide your attention back to. Letting go of all of your nagging thoughts, any worries for the week. You can come back to them later. For now, this is your time to just relax, focusing on the breath, relaxing the toes and the feet and the ankles, taking the attention attention into the shins and calves, relaxing every muscle in the lower part of the leg. Moving your attention deep inside of your knees. Relaxing the knees and the thighs. Relaxing the hips. All the muscles of the groin and the low back and the booty. Now you're going to focus on the very top of your head, the crown. Inhaling and drawing a white, bright light in through the crown of the head. And with each breath, letting it filter down, relaxing the brow and the jaw. Relaxing the neck, the shoulders. Relaxing your heart space, all the muscles surrounding the spine and the rib cage. Focusing now on your arms, relaxing the upper arms, the elbows, the lowest part of the arms, wrists, hands, and all 10 fingertips. And if your hands aren't already there, just taking both hands to the belly, right on the space around the navel, focusing on that bright white light, and now imagining from the navel a vibrant, yellow, sunny, golden light. With each inhale growing brighter, focusing on the space between the palms, filtering that bright light into the belly as it simultaneously shines out this strong space, the core of your being. It is happy, it is joyful. Fill yourself up with this beautiful emotion of joy and love and confidence. And think about one thing, one quality that you love the very most about yourself. Sending that into your bright yellow light, letting it surround your whole body in a warm little bubble of yellow, bright, loving energy, and this quality that you want to share with others because it's so pure and beautiful inside of yourself. Take both hands to the heart space. And repeat, I love you. I love you. I love you. Just gently wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. If your knees were spread wide, gently use the hands to push them back up together. And then let's roll off to the right hand side of our mat, just in a nice, safe little fetal position. Feeling heavy, connecting with the earth. And then pressing the left palm down into the floor, sitting back up, coming into our seated position to close out our practice for the day. Sitting up on your blanket if you need your blanket. Let's bring the hands to heart center. We might not be focusing on that bright yellow light anymore. But try to remember throughout your day today that it is always with you, that pure, warm, sunny energy. Don't forget to tell yourself how in love with yourself you are. It'll make sharing that light so much easier. Thank you for joining me for yoga practice today. The light within me recognizes and honors the light within you. Namaste. Whew. Thanks for joining. That was a good practice. I'm feeling very good. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. You can stay in Shavasana as long as you need or as long as you'd like. And if you have any questions about our practice or about meditation or mantras that you can repeat for yourself, feel free to private message me. Happy to chat all things yoga, always. Oh, thanks, Mikey. Alrighty, I'm gonna head out. Have a great rest of your weekend, and don't forget we have mobility tomorrow, run club, and all of our workouts throughout the rest of the week. We look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks. You're welcome, Jess. Have a good day.